This is the Thorn Exploration Road T005. It is not the watch I initially wanted to buy. I bought the T003 version because I preferred the hands, but after the purchase, the store reached out saying that it's out of stock. They asked if I wanted to swap it with the T005 or if I prefer a refund. As I didn't want to lose the coupon discount, I went for the T005. To their credit, the store I bought this from reached out quickly and were very professional. I chose this watch for two reasons: the size and the red dial. So let's take a look and see if it's worth the $149 I paid for it. In case you didn't notice already, this is a small watch. In fact, this is the smallest watch I have ever purchased for myself or reviewed in this channel. The case diameter is 34mm, which probably made a lot of big-wristed individuals cringe. The lug-to-lug is 40mm and 45.5mm is the distance between the two end links. The thickness is 12mm. The movement inside this watch is the HK Precision Technology PT5000 with 28,800 beats per hour. The second hand is smoother than the more popular Seiko NH35 with its 21,600 beats per hour. The accuracy is quite good, with an advertised plus or minus 12 seconds per day. The PT5000 movement offers hand winding, hacking, and date at the 3 o'clock position. The case is made from stainless steel. The bezel and sides of the case are polished, but the top of the lugs is brushed. There are no finishing issues, as it looks pristine when inspected closely. Turning the watch upside down, we can see the plain and brushed stainless steel case back. The watch is capable of 100 meters of water resistance, which can be true given that the crown is screw-in. It's also well sized in proportion with the case. It's easy to screw out and back into the watch. Overall, it has a very nice feeling when operated. When I wind the watch, I really like the crunchiness of the movement. It's more tactile compared to the Seiko NH35. It's important to note that this crown has a ghost date position, so you have to pull it to the second position to adjust the time. The dial is covered with a domed sapphire crystal that really matches the vintage style of the watch. There is no indication about AR coating in the listing, but you can see for yourself how the watch deals with light reflections. We finally arrived to the main attraction of this Thorn T005 watch, which is this beautiful blood red dial. I cannot overstate how much I'm in love with this color. It is not uniform across the dial, so it has that distressed vibe, and it looks like the surface of a carpet. Let's break down the dial. We have a Ranger style dial layout with an upside down triangle at the 12, numerals at the 3, 6 and 9 o'clock, and simple baton indices everywhere else. The painted indices have this vintage orange color, while the outside chapter ring is painted in white. The Mercedes hour hand wasn't my first choice, but I gotta admit that it has grown on me. It feels right in place and it matches the dial design. The pencil minute hand is unremarkable, and the second hand is well sized as it reaches all the way to the outside chapter ring. It has a lume circle to help read the time in the dark. The lume itself is not great, but not too bad on the model I received. But as these are painted indices, your mileage might vary. We have the Thorn brand name and logo above the pinion with the Exploration Road model name. I quite like that combination and I find it very tasteful. Under the pinion, we have water resistance and self-winding. I prefer to have the Ranger, just like the T003, or at least give us 100 meters / 330 feet instead of just water resistance. Overall, the case, the crystal and the dial go together very well. The dial is obviously stealing the show and I love it. Let's move on and check out this bracelet. The lug width is 19mm, which is a bit awkward as they could have went down an extra millimeter and made it easier for all of us to find replacement straps. That's too bad because this watch has drilled lugs, which means swapping straps should be easier. It's just that the options will be very limited. This doesn't mean that the bracelet is bad, but it definitely has a few things working against it. For example, the male end links make no sense. Why would you make a watch that's supposed to look small and compact to the point where it can easily be unisex, and then sabotage that compactness with male end links? The finishing on the bracelet is great, the top of the links is brushed and the sides are polished. The links are oyster style and you don't need any tools to remove them to size the bracelet. All you need to do is pull the spring side and you'll be able to adjust it. At first glance, this is good because you can add or remove links easily without using tools. However, I found that I need to be extra careful to avoid scratching the lugs in the process. The clasp is great and very well sized, but that comes in at the price of having no more than 2 micro adjustment holes. This means getting the perfect fit is gonna be up to luck. If I had more than 2 micro adjustment holes, I would have added an extra link and tightened it a bit more to where it's slightly loose. Now that you heard me cry about this bracelet, let's see how this watch wears for my wrist that, like my voice, didn't go through puberty. The Thorn T005 wears amazing, as the size is bang on and looks very nice. It is well balanced and sits flat on my wrist. It also makes it look bigger than it is, which is a huge plus. However, when I turn my arm around, you'll notice that the clasp is off center. This can be annoying for some people. I personally do not mind it that much. I can live with it. It doesn't take anything from how wearable, beautiful, and just awesome this watch is. Was this watch worth the 149 USD that I paid for it? Absolutely 100% yes. The dial looks amazing, the finishing on the watch is great, the second hand is smooth, and above all, I don't have to worry about it looking too big for my wrist. I'm a sucker for small, vintage looking watches. On the downside, the 19mm lug width, the male end links, as well as the clasp positioning are the cons to look out for. Thankfully, they don't take away from just how amazing this watch is. So who's this watch for? If like me, you have a small wrist or just enjoy vintage looking small watches, this can be a great option for you. You can also give this watch to your lady friend and then wear it whenever you can. If you wish to buy one of these, I will leave a link in the video description. It's an affiliate link, and my channel is still here because of the support you guys are showing by watching the videos and using my links, and I am really grateful for that. If you like this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Also, let me know if you like these types of watches, and if you have it already, please share your experience with us. I invite you to watch these other small wrist-friendly watches that I made myself. I'm sure you will like them. Thank you so much for watching.